I am back. I am back with my $20. Can it buy a house? Can it buy a car? No. But can it buy some gas? Yes. See, this is how it works, my people. So for those of you who are just on with me in the previous, hey, well, first of all, if you weren't and you're like, what is she talking about? Why is she holding up $20? Who cares about $20? This girl, you know why? Because the 20s add up. And when you're trying to attract money, not trying, I hate the word try, but when you are attracting money to you, you cannot discriminate, okay, based on the denomination. I don't care if it's $1. If it's $1 I didn't have, I'm thankful for it. What did I tell y'all yesterday? Don't despise small beginnings. So for those of you who are joining me and you're new to me, my name is Kim Q of DailyQTips.com, and I'm out of Atlanta, Georgia. All right. And for those of you who are returning, you just saw, I didn't even see what happens when you get on the Facebook Live. I didn't even plan on that being a prospecting teaching moment. It was supposed to be a teaching moment just based on the conversation. But y'all rode with me from my house to the gas station. And look, this is the $20 from the gentleman that y'all just saw, Anthony. Right? I think I already said hey to you, Teresa. So, Mr. Edwards, I don't think you were just here. Uncle Phil was with me, though, and my other TLC family members, and also some friends. So, y'all saw, I was just talking to y'all about a conversation that I had with someone last night. And explaining to you, hey, Kenneth Estes, and explaining to you how people will tell you whether or not they should be on your team. And when they give you those clues, man, pick them up. Don't try to force people to be somewhere they don't want to be and that you shouldn't want them to be. Not that they're bad people, just that they're not business people, right? So that was the point. And I'm going to tell y'all a little bit more about the conversation that sparked this whole video. But for those of you that were with me earlier, you saw while I was talking to you, I noticed the guy coming out the gas station. If you missed it, go back and watch the end of the last video. Notice the guy coming out the gas station. He saw my car magnet. Hint, hint, clue, clue. The car magnets work. And while I was doing the video, I rolled down the window and here's the money from the sale. So he got a week supply of tea for $20. He's never done a detox. I'll be sending him over the instructions along with his receipt because, as I say, this is a real business. So you should give everybody a receipt, okay? Get your get your Square card reader out, and yes, you can give a receipt even for cash transactions. When you give a receipt, it makes them respect your business more. And trust me, some of the stuff that you guys run into with them asking for refunds or asking for this, asking just crazy stuff, you won't get that if you give a receipt and they start to treat your business like a real business because you do. It all starts with you. There's a book called Making the First Circle Work by Randy Gage. Phenomenal book, and it's a very, very easy read, but everything starts with you. Anyway, the whole point of all of this, people, oh, and I got a free picture with his motorcycle that my son is gonna go ham over. Okay, wait till I get home and show Eho that. He's gonna be like, a motorcycle. I'll be like, yes baby, see. But anyway, guys, it's not hard to talk to people. And if it is hard for you, then I strongly encourage you to just hang in there, buckaroo, until it is easier for you. Because once it becomes easier for you, the world will open up like you cannot even imagine. Can you make money without talking to people? Yeah, you can. For me personally, though, everybody that I see that makes like the super duper the super duper mega bucks, they are masters of communication, and that's what I want to be. Yeah, I want to be that chick. So anyway, guys, here's the point, though. Like I said, last night, the young lady who had a superb experience with us, she said she went to the meeting, actually cried at the meeting, got very emotional. You know, Jared Wilkins, he pulls at those heartstrings. He is no joke. And so, yeah, she said she really felt something at the meeting, but she wanted to wait until she got paid. Anyway, I followed up with her. And guys, after reviewing the Momentum magazine, after having a great experience with our products, after going to the meeting and meeting Jared Wilkins, taking a picture with him, meeting my team member, and saying that I was such an inspiration to her. After all of that, she said that she really ultimately was trying to decide between us and another company that spawned off of us, which I have nothing against that company. I have friends in that company. But a co-worker of hers was like, well, if you come over here, it's free and you can be at the top. And that basically was enough to basically make her say, well, should I decide between this company and that company? So I made the decision for her, and I politely excused her from that mental torture and just let her know, I can tell you right now, I'm not a fit for you. My group is not a fit for you. And it's not that I'm being mean. I want to be clear on that. But guys, I'm going to tell you right now, like I said, there's a certain energy in my group. And if you couldn't tell, I had 3 mothers, one from North Carolina, one from New York, and another one from right here in Conyers, Georgia, who made arrangements to put their children away, but that sounds so bad, but who made arrangements to have their children cared for over the weekend so that they could come here and descend upon Atlanta and meet me, some of them for the very first time. They're a part of my group, and we make no excuses. We know why we are here, and it's not just for the money. It's also to really truly help people. We've all had great results with the products, and we want people to put these products in their bodies and experience the benefits that these products give. Will everybody want it? No, but for those that do, we want to offer them to those people, just like I did with that guy, and it didn't take long. You can look at the timestamp between this video and the last video. Guys, there are people out there that are looking for what you have. Will everybody? No, but there are quite a few, and if you just make the offer, you'll be surprised at what they do. I'm telling you. But anyway, if that young lady, knowing what she's been on my videos and seen me train my team, all that type of stuff. So in her decision, when she was like, I'm trying to decide whether to go with your company or this other company because it's free and, I want to be at the top. Guys, anybody that tells you that they are basing their success on an external factor outside of them, watch out. Even if they ask you, well, how much you making? They cannot get full looking at your plate. So what you are making really doesn't matter. Okay? And you cannot be afraid to say that, because that is called a clue. Somebody that is going to base they're going to forecast or predict their success based on something outside of just them. That is something you got to watch out for. And if you sign up for that class, if you take that person on, I am almost 100% guaranteeing you that you both will be miserable, because if they think their success is based on something outside of them, they're going to have an easy scapegoat when they don't have the success that they want. They're going to do, usually, not every single person, but usually they're going to do the bare minimum. And then they're going to blame either you or something else, or who knows. And then you're going to get frustrated because you're trying to get them to do something that they don't want to do. People will tell you every single thing that you want to know about them. All you have to do is listen. And sometimes it's hard to listen. I'll tell you this for a fact. A year ago, maybe 2 years ago, when I was in my other company, if somebody had said, oh, I'm trying to decide between you and this other group, or your company and this other group company, I would have tried to convince them, oh, pick me, please, pick me. But gosh, every single time I did that, I shot myself in the foot. Because if they did pick me, the decision was very, very temporary. Those type of people, usually, if you have to convince them, or you have to try to make an argument for yourself after you've already shown them, especially when you've already shown them and they have agreed that you bring value, if you've done that and they're willing to ignore that simply because something is free, or they feel like they can get in at the top, not knocking them, but because we've all done it before, right? What's the lowest I can do? What's the cheapest I can get? We've all done it. It's not until you've been in the industry, the profession, for a while, that you really start to see and you start to study people who are doing it the right way. The right way. Hey, Lynn. Hey, Anise. Hey, Shantae. Hey, Amanda. What's going on, y'all? But it's not until you've been in the profession a while and you start to study the people who are doing it the right way. I'm not talking, and any money is good money, but I have studied people that have made $500,000 a month. $500,000 a month? Okay, and those people, what they do, they don't look for the cheapest way, the free way. They know that the more they invest, the more seriously they'll take the opportunity. The more they have vested in the opportunity. Oh, Amanda. Woo, woo, woo. Woo, woo, woo. That makes my heart warm. I appreciate that. Oh, don't get me in my feelings, girl, in this video. Don't get me in my feelings. I don't like to be in my feelings. But that's sweet. I appreciate that. You're experiencing what now, Anise? Are you experiencing the fact of people trying to do things for free, or you're seeing that you like, we all experience it. Again, I'm using these moments not to knock anybody, because everything I talk about, I once did pretty much. I was that person to be like, I'm not paying for that. I can get plenty of stuff for free on YouTube. Ooh, okay, girl, high five. But let me tell you something. Now I love investing in myself, because the courses that I buy, that I pay money for, they are top priority. And there was a whole bunch of stuff, truth be told, that was in my watch later list on YouTube. You just keep clicking that little clock, right? Watch later, watch later, watch later. And the list grows, but you never get to it. You know why you never get to the free watch later list? Because you're too busy watching the stuff you paid for. Anything that you paid for takes precedence. And the more you pay, the more important it is to you. You know why? Because that's the only metric, that's the only measure we have of what is valuable to us. If you pay $100 for a hamburger, you're gonna savor every bite. It's gonna be a totally different experience than if you pay $1 for a burger from Burger King, right? Whatever you pay the most for, you're going to value most. And people say, no, I'll take it seriously even if it's free. I just can't afford that right now. If you can't afford it, that's all the more reason why you should do it. I know people that, hey, Naridan, I'm sorry if I said that wrong. Free is not always best. Free a lot of times is actually the worst. Free is actually the worst. And don't nobody come on here talking about, well, love is free and love is good. We're not talking about love, okay? We're talking about products and getting paper, okay? Getting money. And when you are doing a business, guys, you want to invest in yourself. You want to encourage your team to get a package that will allow them to invest in themselves. It doesn't have to be the biggest package, but they need to stretch themselves. So when they say, hey, so how much does it cost to start? You say to them, that depends. What is the most amount? What is the most? Do I need to get over? Say, what is the most amount that your belief can afford you? What you mean? I mean, how much do you believe in yourself? What's the most that you are willing to bet on yourself? That's a better question, y'all. Don't always answer other people's questions. You answer a question with a question. If you really want to get to the heart of how people feel about you, themselves, the situation, the conversation, ask them a question when they ask you a question. If they say, what's the cheapest to get started? $50. Don't get mad when next week you don't hear from them. The cheapest amount is not, that's irrelevant. That doesn't even matter. Another way that you can answer that question when they say, what's the lowest price to get started? You can say this. Well, let's see. What's the lowest amount of money you want to make? Do you want to talk about the lowest you want to make in your first week? Or what do you want to talk about the most? Let's say they aim for $100, right? Y'all just saw me in the last video sell a pack of tea for $20, right? Well, you saw the guy come up, and then I had to cut it off to do some stuff on my phone and get his information. So here's the $20 from where I didn't even plan. That was an impromptu in the street sale, right? But that's $10 profit, okay? So I marked stuff up. I paid $10 for the tea. I sell it for $20. I pay a little bit less than $10, but I'm just saying, right? Hey, Will Jeffries, my brother, I gotta go see your Facebook Live. I was like, look at Will. I didn't know you really had like I'm so used to seeing your picture with the blue tie. I didn't know you were real. So anyway, I have to go look at your video. Anyway, $10 profit. So if somebody says they want to make $100 a week, then they need to sell 10 packs of tea. There you go. That's the lowest that you should start with. A 10 pack plus your business starter kit. That'll be $150. Okay? Now, tell me the address that you would like your commission check sent to. Okay. And what's the legal name? Are you going to put this in your social, or are you going to put it in your business EIN? Oh, your social? What's that? Okay. And the card that you're going to use, what's the first letter? Oh, no. What did it say? What card are you going to use? What does HB say? What's logo on the card? Oh, it's a Visa? Okay, Visa start with 4. Tell me all the numbers after the 4, please. Oh, it's the Amex? Amex starts with 3. Tell me all the numbers after the 3, please. Oh, it's a Discover? Discover starts with 6. Tell me all the numbers after 6, please. Y'all don't know nothing about that whole Tim Bugs clothes. Y'all don't know nothing about that Tim Bugs clothes. See? You just ease education. You're just asking them questions. But y'all act spooky with stuff. Somebody tell you, I'm trying to decide for another company, and you jump through hoops. What's Higdon to say? You do the song and dance. You do the two-step. Like, come on, boy. Come on, girl. Tell me why I should choose your company. Tell me why I should choose your group. Tell me why I should choose you. Dance for my girl. Dance for my boy. And you doing, well, we have the best compliment. We got this number one team. Look at her before and after picture. You doing the dance. You doing the dance. And then they still like, they put their gun in their holster and be like, I'll get back at you. Don't do the song and dance, guys. Don't do it. And I'm not saying that people mean any harm. I'm just saying don't fall for the okie doke, okay? Somebody asked you what's the lowest. We already talked about that. Let people off of the hook. Yeah, posture up, let people off the hook. And I'm not saying posture up to be mean. Again, I'm saying it to help both you and them, because if somebody is indecisive like that, they're giving you a clue as to what it will be to work with them. If they can't confidently lock arms with you and say, I want your company, I want your team, I want you, you've demonstrated to me that you know what you're doing, and I feel like you can teach me some things, then guys, it's not going to be a good thing. It's not going to be a good thing. They're probably not going to be teachable. They're probably not going to be coachable, and you're probably going to be miserable working with them. Not all the time, but a good part of the time. So anyway, guys, I am on my way to a business partner's house here in Atlanta. And by the way, she's not even in my direct line. That's why I love my company, because when people say, oh, people don't help you, they have no idea what they're talking about. This young lady helps me out all the time, and we are not in the same lineage. And she's a big leader, like a stage leader, like in the magazine leader, like a big leader. But she's just like, hey, we're one team, one dream. And I'm like, oh, for real? Okay, cool. So I'm on my way to my business partner's house. I appreciate you all spending your time with me. I will go back and look at the comments if any of you asked questions. I was kind of sort of looking when the traffic was barely moving or very slow. But that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. And I didn't plan on it being a two-parter, but I'm happy it was. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. After I leave here, I will be making a delivery to Mila. If y'all remember, she's the R&B singer that I showcased on my Facebook Live a while ago, who loves our products. So, got to take her some emu oil and some tea. And I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all, go out there, tell people what you have in your hand. Do videos to show your team that you are in those streets. Inspire and encourage them. And then show all your family and friends that, yeah, you are not just talking about doing this business, but you are actually doing it. I know this went super long, but I appreciate y'all riding along with me, and I hope it was of value to you. I'll talk to you later. Bye.